Welcome, creeps. You're listening to the Umbra Tapes, where we dive into unsolved mysteries, disturbing cases, and the downright weird. I'm Gabby.
And I'm Leah. Thanks for creeping in.
Her name was Sheena. We'd been talking online for a bit, nothing serious, just enough to feel like maybe this could be something. One night, she sent me an address. It leads to a garage. Weird, but okay. I pull up. The garage door is only open a crack. It's dark inside, but there it is. That's where she said she'd meet. I slide under the gap, stepping into the unknown. It feels off. I find the door I'm supposed to knock on. I knock once. No answer. I knock again. Harder this time. Nothing. Then suddenly, I'm face to face with a black hockey mask. He's right there, so close I can smell his sweat. I don't even have time to react before he forces duct tape over my eyes. I try to scream, but it's too late. Something hits me hard, then a jolt of pain. It shoots through my body. My whole spine seizes, again and again and again. I can't see, I can't breathe. This isn't a date, but rather some sick game. If I don't get out, I'm going to die. I fight with everything I got. I attack, flailing, grabbing for anything. I feel a gun. Pull it towards me. I realize it's plastic. I shove him away, trying to break free. My hands are shaking, but I won't stop. Finally, I see it. A small gap under the garage door. I slide through the opening, barely making it out. I feel hands grabbing my ankles, pulling me back. I kick. One more hard kick, and I'm free. I make a break for my car. The engine roars to life. I glance around, desperate, panic. A couple walking their dog right there in plain sight. They don't even look at me. They turn away. Not a word. I look behind me. The man is gone. But I don't stop. I hit the gas, terrified. My heart is racing. I don't know what just happened. I know one thing. I'm not going back there into that garage. Do you like the TV show Dexter?
I have only watched a couple of episodes, but I did like it. I did. Yes.
I remember when it first came out, you were watching it at your house, and I had come over and I got a little bit into it, but I never picked it up from there. And then I became totally obsessed.
Really?
It's my comfort thing that I throw on.
Really?
Yeah, especially in the summertime. Just something about his floral shirts and the Florida heat. It makes me want to eat Cuban food and listen to Cuban music.
That's so funny. I just like the fact of how you just have no idea that there's this entire other person inside of him, and you just can't even you wouldn't know. You would never know.
He plays it so well.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, I'm in love with him, and I love Michael C. Hall. He did such a great job. And now there's even 2 other series branching off of it, and they're still making more.
Really?
And he's idol now.
Oh, jeez. No, I actually did like it. I liked it a lot. I think that it was a very original idea, kind of how they portrayed his character.
It was actually
there's
based
nothing
on a
else
book.
like that.
Did you know it was based on a book?
Oh, well, whoever wrote the book made that character, I think, very unique.
Yes, I totally agree. So today's case, it kind of feels like fiction because it involves a filmmaker, and he created a fake online persona. He lured men in and creates a so-called kill room as though he was Dexter Morgan.
Okay, but does he actually kill him? Oh, well, he's a filmmaker, so...
So you're just assuming, no, it's just for film, right?
I'm assuming so, unless he's just some sick, twisted...
They all usually are, aren't they?
Sadistic weirdo, but yeah.
So Mark Twitchell was 29 years old, born in Alberta, Canada. He graduated in 2000 from NAIT with a degree in film and television arts. In 2007, he directed a Star Wars fan film called Star Wars: Secrets of the Rebellion. Behind the scenes, his life was unraveling. His marriage was falling apart. They were basically living separate lives in the same house. Main floor, wife, basement, husband. And while his wife believed he had a stable job, he was actually living off investor money and having an affair with his ex-girlfriend.
Jeez. Well, he doesn't really seem like he's all that in a bag of chips to be having an affair and like thinking he's like he's lived in a basement. Like, you live in a basement.
You know what gets me though is the fact that he's living off of money that people gave him to make his films.
Where do you get the money from for the production and for the rental and all that sort of stuff? It's investors. Yeah. What I basically do is sell equity in the film. If I have a budget worked out, then I need so much money to make the movie. What they do is put that money forward into the film in exchange for a percentage of ownership of the project. Usually we split it 50-50. The production company, that's me making the movie, gets half of ownership of the movie, and the investors putting up the money get the other half. Okay, so then once it gets distributed, it goes into theaters, gets on home video, starts making money, we split all that 50-50 once we recover the budget. And then in the meantime, I mean, stuff like that takes a year or two at least to come through. In the meantime, I'm living off of producer fees, which are about 10% of whatever the project.
Oh.
Like, he doesn't have a job. He's just taking investor money.
What film? Just like the Star Wars films? Or like he just makes random films?
So he's actually in the process of working on a film called House of Cards.
Okay.
It's about a serial killer who wears a hockey mask and incapacitates his victims with a stun baton.
Okay, so he's got some...
Yeah.
He doesn't seem like, I don't know, that intimidating to me.
Right?
I feel like he
made a Star Wars film, dude.
Yeah, right, yeah. And you live in your wife's basement. Let's just, put it like that. You live in your wife's basement. And you don't have a real job. I mean, I guess you could consider it a job, but it's not like he has a steady income from doing those films, right?
No,
he's just
not currently.
Got money up front and is like, I'm gonna
use this to live off of instead of actually using it to make a film.
Yeah.
So, with this stun baton, wearing this hockey mask, he actually has a rented garage, and he creates what he calls his real life kill room. And he lines it with plastic sheeting.
Oh my god!
So that is very reminiscent of Dexter Morgan.
Yeah, for sure.
Mark became obsessed with Dexter. He even had a Facebook page where he role-played as Dexter Morgan. Every time a new episode aired, he'd post from Dexter's point of view, breaking it down as though he had committed these acts.
What? Okay, that is definitely someone taking idolization way too far.
Yeah, to the next level.
That's just insane.
The fact that you can just put posing some posters them, yeah.
You couldn't put some posters up on your wall and make a fucking altar or something.
Or just watch the TV show every summer like I do. With this online profile, he actually befriended a woman named Renee. They bonded over Dexter, and then things took a turn. She told him she wished she could murder her ex-husband's new wife, but didn't have the stomach for it. So naturally, Mark had given her advice on how to do it.
Rachel even posed as Dexter Morgan on Facebook.
We all have a dark side, some darker than others. And you're not the only one to relate to Dexter. It sometimes scares me how much I relate. I mean, look at this profile.
That profile had caught the attention of a woman named Renee.
He's like, I have a whole composition notebook I can give you, so I've taken notes from every Dexter episode, and trust me, you'll get away with it. Here you go.
I really feel like that's what he thought.
He really did. That's crazy.
Now, I don't know how realistic, how Dexter goes about things. I don't know how realistic it is,
in real life.
To real life.
Yeah.
Would you get away with it if you did everything Dexter did?
It wasn't his sister. He was a police officer.
He was a forensics blood spatter.
Okay, so he could
and his sister was a cop.
His sister was a cop. So he could obviously this guy has no really. I don't know, but he might not probably have a connection to law enforcement like Dexter actually did. So Dexter might have gotten away. Well, obviously he did Still did. I don't know. I haven't
still
finished it or whatever. But yeah, that could definitely be a thing.
Let's talk about Mark's first attempt. His first intended victim was named Gillis. Mark created a fake dating profile on Plenty of Fish, posing as a woman named Sheena. He lured Gillis into a garage under the pretense of a date. When Gillis arrived, he was told to go inside and wait. Immediately after reading this and reading his name that he poses as, all I can think of is, Sheena is a punk rocker.
Oh, I don't know that
Sorry,
song,
that's the Ramones.
Okay.
I wonder if that's where he got it from. Anyway.
Maybe.
Yeah, it's a great name.
That's a cool name.
Another little snippet of lore here, or information. Sheena was actually, so in the movie Pet Sematary, when the truck driver is driving down the street, he's listening to Sheena as a punk rocker.
Oh.
And
I never caught that. Okay.
This gets even better.
Right.
So in the remake, when the truck driver is in the car and he receives a phone call, on the phone call is Sheena.
Oh, like who's calling him is Sheena?
So it was just totally went off on a tangent there. But
yeah. No, that's actually really cool though.
Yeah.
So that name it has some,
I don't know. I think it has some, I think he got it from Ramones, but I could be wrong. So Gillis was actually ambushed, stunned multiple times, and held at gunpoint with a fake gun. But Gillis managed to escape, rolling under the garage door and running to his car. It was even witnessed by a couple nearby. Gillis didn't go to the police right away because he was embarrassed.
So this was the point of view you had said?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, because I was just about to say, wow, that same guy, I was like, he better learn to shut the garage door next time because this just keeps happening to him. No, that's crazy. That's sad that he was embarrassed, but like at the same time, like fuck that, I'm going to police. Like I almost just got killed. Like
I think he was embarrassed because he got catfished.
Okay, but he did. I guess you could even look at it like maybe he didn't like. I don't know. He might have not thought he got catfish and that he was just like set up, like that he was still talking to someone named Sheena, but maybe Sheena was like in the other room somewhere.
Yeah, was posing it for somebody else to like rob him or something like that. That's initially what I thought when I read it. I was like, oh, he probably went there, had this happen to him, and he thought he was going to get robbed.
Or like she had a husband and like they were this like Bonnie and Clyde thing or something. Like you never know.
No, I totally get that. I feel that. This was clearly just him breaking the ice. Like, this was his first attempt. He was like, I'm going to try it. And this guy got away. He definitely was not intended to get away. He wanted to murder him.
Oh my God.
Yes.
So, I mean, why did he have a fake gun? Like, I mean, I get it if you're like too chicken shit to get a real one.
Honestly, I think he was like getting off on the fact that he was letting his film play out in real life. So in his film that he was writing, it was a masked killer and he attacked and killed his victims with a stun baton. I think he was just getting off on that.
Okay.
Like, he liked the parallel of it. Like, maybe it's the same thing that happened in the Blair Script Project when they wanted to play out this scenario and they had this fantasy of creating this film
and
of
then
this
just
happening.
See what happens.
Yeah.
And hope it goes a certain way, but obviously things don't turn out the way you really think when you do stuff like that. I mean,
no.
It's not as easy as you might think, I'm sure.
Seeing as that was his training wheels kill that he failed on. On October 10th, 2008, Mark tried again. This time, instead of posing as a woman named Sheena, he posed as a woman named Jen. His first victim was Johnny Altinger. Johnny did something very important when he received this message from Jen to meet him there. He actually sent his friends the address to where he was going.
Oh, awesome.
So smart
yes
move. And anybody who's out there and you're online dating, please tell your friends where you're going.
Absolutely. Share your location for till the end of the day or whatever the case. I mean, even just until you turn it off, but I share my location with like 5 different people. So in case I ever get kidnapped, you all know where I am. I don't care. I don't want you to let him get away because y'all know where I'm at.
I'm scared of the government tracking me more than my friends.
Oh my God.
Don't know
I'd rather be safe than sorry, though. Like, I don't give a fuck. The government has my address on all my taxes. Like, they know where I'm at, too, but... I
don't know where.
Yeah. I would rather somebody... I completely agree with that, and he did. That's a really good thing that Mr. Johnny did, because...
I agree. Johnny was smart.
Yeah.
But not smart enough. When he arrived, he was attacked with a lead pipe and a hunting knife. The room had been lined with plastic, mirroring Dexter's kill room. So this guy just had like a full-fledged fantasy going on here.
Yeah, and those types of characters, that's why it's so like, even just like horror movies, video games, like as they say, like people always, like there's always going to be one person that is obsessed and takes it too far, like no matter what. So it's, and with the TV shows like that, they put so much thought and like effort into behind the scenes, like thinking out every single move to make it seem real, to make it seem legit, that they're doing all the work for these guys for them. Like they really are. And like someone just has to copycat them. Like that's all they have to do. They literally, like, I've seen so many shows and episodes on Criminal Minds and all these different shows that's what they do. They just copycat a killer.
But I see that. I totally see that. But I hate that art, like dark art in this way, you know, like horror movies, horror video games, even something that's like, I would say Dexter's like a thriller drama. Mm-hmm. I hate it that it gets such a bad rap because people like this take the art form and they use it for their own sick pleasure. I mean, this is something that people who are interested in the, I would say, horror itself it's something that we face all the time because we get a bad rap for enjoying these things. Like there's something wrong with us.
Yeah, but let's be honest. Everybody likes things like that. I don't care. You watch true crime, you like things like that. It doesn't matter if you're Miss Beige Mom in your Malibu hotel in your penthouse, or if you're just some like normal person. Like you all like true crime because it fascinates you. So
yeah, I guess maybe that's what it is. We're just fascinated by the fact that somebody is capable of doing this.
That's exactly what it is.
Those housewives are either A, listening to true crime, or B, listening to smutty fantasy books.
Or C, both.
I was going to say, or everything in between.
Yeah.
For their horror, smutty fantasy books. With their scream masks on.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So, after Mark had taken out Johnny, how he cleaned it up was actually really sick.
Oh no.
Mark first attempted to burn the body in an oil drum, but he couldn't get it to reach the necessary temperature. He considered dumping the remains in a river, but decided it was too risky. So instead, he landed on just putting them in the sewer 2 blocks away from his parents' home. Ooh. But get this.
But sewers wash out. Like, they're going to be fine. Like,
That's not the bad part.
Was it in parts?
So now, if you watch Dexter, you know his ritual of
dismemberment.
Yes. Taking apart the body and wrapping it in little hefty bags and throwing them in the ocean. So that's what Mark did.
In the ocean? I didn't know that.
Yeah, Dexter had a boat called the Slice of Life.
Oh, okay. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean, it plays right into his character.
Totally does. Cool. Totally does. That's not all that Mark had done after he had put Johnny in the sewer. He also sent emails to Johnny's friends claiming that he'd gone to Costa Rica with Jen for a 2-month-long hiatus.
Okay, so he's trying to make it seem like he just ran off. Kind of, so people weren't questioning obviously where he was and things like that. Okay, makes sense. Wait, how did he send emails on behalf of Johnny? Like, did he have his logins and stuff?
Honestly, I have no idea.
Wow, okay.
But I'm assuming he had his phone with him.
Oh, that would make sense. Okay.
So this is also a really funny little quippet here, is the fact that he told them that he was going to Costa Rica because at the very end of Dexter, spoiler alert, at the end of Dexter, it actually ends with Dexter's girlfriend taking Dexter's son to Costa Rica to escape.
Oh, okay.
So I definitely feel like he got that as well.
He used that in there as some context.
For sure.
Yeah.
He's obsessed.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm obsessed because I know these things.
That's okay.
Or that I make these connections.
I have my own obsessions. I understand.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you for making me feel better. After the fallout here, we're going to talk about the investigation.
Okay.
Johnny's friends became extremely suspicious. They even broke into his home and found everything left behind. Dishes in the sink, his motorcycle's uncovered, even his passport. Meaning that he wasn't even able to go to Costa Rica. So that's just a bold-faced lie right there.
Yeah. That's off the table.
Johnny was obsessed with his motorcycles. They're like, he would never leave for 2 months, let alone a week or a few days without covering his motorcycles. So they were instantly like, something
happened. Yeah. Yep.
And clearly when they got those emails from him, they were like, nah, this is all wrong. Like,
who emails? First of all, no, I'm just joking. I've emailed before. But I think that it was an error on Mark's end to even do that, because they can trace that probably right back to him, I'm guessing.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Right from his phone. Where
I would imagine that they can do that. I'm not sure if they did do that, because this is his friends that were looking into it, not the police. So I feel I feel like them some good friends.
Yeah, I was about to say they're really good friends, and they have his address, so that's check mark right there.
Yeah, they already got this case halfway figured out before the police even touch it.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's awesome.
So when the police actually did question Mark, they noticed a burnt smell in his garage, along with like super strong cleaning agent smells.
Okay.
So this was already like red flags for them. Mm-hmm. Mark claimed that this was for his film.
What, cleaning?
I guess.
Yeah, okay.
He said that he was cleaning up like fake blood from the film that he was making.
Okay.
Clearly.
I mean, the evidence is circumstantial at this point.
Yeah,
so he can say whatever he wants.
On that.
Yeah.
The cop said he had a smell.
Yeah.
He had a smell. He also claimed, this is the wildest thing, he told the police that he had purchased a red Mazda for $40.
I'm shacked up with this really rich lady, and she's going to buy me a new car. So I'm just looking to unload mine. How much do you have on you? And
Mark claimed he bought the red Mazda for just $40, and that it was parked at a friend's house.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
This car was like 10 grand at least, and he said that he bought it off some guy at a gas station for $40. I'm like, show me the pinks.
Yeah, absolutely. Let me see this bill of sale there.
For real. Like, you got a receipt, sir?
Was the car, are they questioning the car because it was used to transport? Like, what is with the car?
This is what's funny about it. Mark just was like, hey, I bought this car for $40. The cops didn't even like ask about this car, and he just told them.
Well, why is the car being brought up at all?
Because it's Johnny's.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, so
okay.
He's claiming that he bought this red Mazda for $40. This Mazda belonged to Johnny, and he had it in his possession. So I feel like he was trying to come up with a story as to like why he had this Mazda, but you couldn't have come up with anything better than you bought it for $40 at a gas station.
Yeah, but like, did he just kind of blow himself in, like just blurting out, "I bought this Mazda for $40," but like didn't like wasn't questioned about it at all?
Clearly.
What the heck?
So this guy is not. He's not the brightest bulb.
No,
I don't know where.
Like, why would you even say anything?
This guy continues to blow himself in because the police had found a 42-page document on his computer titled SK Confessions.
Okay. There you go.
Case closed. It detailed both the failed attack of Gillis and the murder of Johnny.
Oh my God. What a dumbass.
On top of that, you know, just a little icing on the cake, they did the luminol test in the garage, which also Goes back to Dexter.
Yeah. Yeah.
But they found blood.
Of course.
Everywhere in this garage.
That is insane. I'm glad that they knew exactly where he was, because like if Johnny would have never told his friends that address, they would be probably never would have found out what happened, because they weren't connected in any sort of. I mean, they were obviously chatting online.
I was gonna say, I feel like the police could have gone back into like the phone records and been like, oh,
who are they talking
this
to?
Address? Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, I'm sure they could have tracked it, but his friends knowing the address probably definitely gave him, like, a leg up.
Yeah, for sure.
So, super fitting for this. On October 31st, 2008, Halloween, Mark was arrested. Tactical units surrounded his car and ordered him at gunpoint out. And he peed his pants.
Stop.
And he was an investor. He was lured out on the promise to meet this guy at this coffee shop. And when he got about 3 blocks from his house, tactical team swooped in on him and took him down. Tough guy Mark Twitchell peed his pants. He was so scared.
Yeah, this dude who's like, this hardened dude who
he can stomach this pulling. He can stomach making someone. I don't even know. I can't even get the words out because it's like that gruesome to me. He can stomach that, but he got that scared of police that he peed
his pants.
Oh my god.
Yeah, this hardened dude peed his pants.
Like, good.
Like,
you
dude,
fool.
You knew this was coming.
Yeah.
Like, you had to have known this was coming.
He obviously was not very smart. And I think, too, I think it's bedwetting is one of like the stages of psychotic.
Yeah, I never even thought of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not pants peeing, but it's bedwetting. It's one of them.
I mean, I could understand being super scared and peeing your pants, but like,
I could not. I feel like no matter how scared I got, I wouldn't pee my pants. I would have a heart attack immediately, but I wouldn't pee my pants. I don't know.
After having a kid?
Oh my gosh.
After Mark's cowardly display of peeing his pants, in March of 2011, the trial began. Mark took the stand in his own defense, stating that he had killed Johnny Altinger, but it was not planned. You don't take your own... You don't... No.
No. It was definitely planned. He had a whole film script about it.
He's an idiot.
Yeah, how can you just say that? Okay, whatever. Keep going.
He testified that he had lured Altinger into the garage as a part of an urban legend marketing stunt for his first film. So, this is, again, something that we're running into. The same thing happened with the Blair Witch Project, or the Blair Script Project, I should say.
Yeah. I mean, and they're using this, like, as an excuse to just treat people horrendously. Like, it's for a film. A sick film that probably nobody would watch besides your weird ass. And just to traumatize people for absolutely no reason. Like, go find something better to do. Get out your wife's basement. Stop peeing your pants. Go get a real job. Like, that's unreal.
She mad.
Stupid.
He claimed that when he had revealed the hoax, Altinger had become enraged and attacked him. Mark argued that he killed Altinger in self-defense during a mingled mess of swings with a pipe and a knife.
Where'd the pipe and the knife come from then? He just, had it on hand just in case?
Yeah, just in case. I'm sure he blamed it on his film like he does quite often.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So after just 5 hours of deliberation, he was convicted of first-degree murder and sentenced to life in prison with no chance of parole for 25 years.
Awesome. Happy ending. I love that. Not for poor Johnny, but definitely see ya, Mark. Wouldn't want to be ya.
He definitely still tried. He was eligible for parole in 2023. As of 2026... his request for temporary release was declined. He had wanted to do like a temporary release where he could see like his friends and family or whatever for a certain amount of time, and then I guess return to prison.
Yeah, I've heard of things like that. Yeah.
So this case, again, it's very similar to the other things that we've been talking about because it does blur that line.
Yeah.
That line of like fact, fiction, what's reality.
And what's entertainment? Like what is your filming for, like the purpose of entertaining others or the purpose of like entertaining yourself? I mean, there's a fine line there too, where you're not doing this to make it an art form. Like you had said, it's not an art form. You're just having it as like a trophy, if you will.
No, at this point people are just taking this way too far.
Yeah. Yeah. It's wrong. It's wrong, and people's lives are at stake. That's not okay.
Well, let's hope that Dexter doesn't go away forever.
I know, poor Dexter episodes. Like they're gonna be like, well, since our show is turning people into serial killers,
I actually did read that Michael C. Hall did say something about this.
Did he?
Yeah.
No way.
He was really turned off by it.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Because he feels the same way.
He's
like it's art.
responsible or something. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
And he takes this role very seriously. Clearly, he keeps returning to it.
I mean, yeah. What? It's been on like 10 seasons or something crazy.
I think it went on for 7 seasons in the original. And then they did A New Blood.
Yes.
And then they did like the Dexter origin story. And now they're doing Dexter Resurrection.
Oh, okay. I might have to watch that. Actually watch it. I've only seen a few episodes of it, but I did like it when I started it.
Well,
I mean, this
come over in the summertime and we'll watch.
This case kind of turned me off, honestly, a little bit. Okay, guys, that was today's episode. There is a few things before you go that we wanted to make note of and mention for the next upcoming weeks.
So, if you are local to us, or even if you're not, on May 30th and the 31st of May, we're going to be hosting a Buffalo Horror Garage Sale. It's where all different types of horror artists and eclectic arts and just things of the macabre. There's even going to be horror guests, people that have been in horror movies. It's going to be a fun time. We'll be vending there. I as Cultic Crochet and her as
Black Velvet Bath Co. Yeah, it's kind of like a horror Comic-Con, like a mini horror Comic-Con type of thing where you can meet actors and buy really cool stuff.
But so much more like DIY.
Yeah. And again, it's local to like the Buffalo, New York area in Amherst, New York.
At the Marriott Hotel. We will put an event page in the show notes. So if that's something you want to check out, it's going to be a grand old time. And something else we wanted to make note of is we take being small business owners really seriously, and we know it's really hard to get your foot in the door and get out there, and we would like to highlight a small business owner every episode that we can and just talk about what you have, maybe do a display of the things that you have. If that's something you're interested in doing, don't be afraid to check our link in the bio and we'll talk about you.
Yeah, we'll have a form in there for you guys to fill out so that you can submit your name of your business and all your information. And we should be able to feature somebody every week, maybe even 2 people every week, depending on how many submissions that we get. So we'll definitely try really, really hard to put you guys out there with our platform because we absolutely love you guys and all the small businesses around our area. And we just want to do what we can with what we have. So not only that, but we are doing a shadow sessions where we're going to submit your guys' stories as part of the end of our podcast episodes. So we can share your personal experiences, your spooky stories, anything that you guys might want to tell us that you have been through or anything like that. There will be a link in our bio that you can submit a form and share your stories to us on there. So thank you guys so much for watching. We love you all and we will see you in the next episode. Bye.
Bye.